updates. Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Kandace and Denise. Let's go. It's a brand new morning. Rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise.
Wonderful woman that is going to be talking to us about something really cool happening within our space. So we all know about THTI. It exists. Hopefully you all know, but if you don't, you are going to find out this morning. But THTI is going to be celebrating 26 years. So to talk to us about some of those celebrations and how you should get involved, we are being joined by Miss Meisha Trim, who is a board member for the Tobago hospitality and tourism industry, as well as Miss Dianne James, who is the acting dean of student services at THTI, and who I think is the life and blood of THTI. Good morning and welcome to you both.
Good morning, Kandace. Thank you for having us.
All right, so I'm going to start off with Miss Meisha Trim first. Just give us an idea of, the school being able to get to this point where we're celebrating 26 years of existence in Tobago.
Well, Kandace, I'm glad you asked that question. I'm glad Ms. James is here because she is the lifeblood. I sit on the board of directors on the marketing committee at THTI, and it has been a year and a few months. So institutional knowledge, history of the campus is sitting right here with us. So I am learning as I go, but Ms. James would give us the entire. I learned recently that she was actually one of the first students.
Yes, she was.
So she was in that first cohort. She really speaks to the testimony of the institute, the life cycle of a student, the possible accolades and achievement that we can go through. And I think having her here to tell her story this morning is really important because as part of the marketing of THTI, we really need to find alumni. We really need to expose student life. We really need to get into the nitty-gritty of what THTI is as an institution and how important it is to Tobago.
Yes, so turning to you, Miss James. Now, you, like Ms. Trim said, that you started off at THTI, you went on to further your studies, you came back, and you've done quite a lot, and you're actually one of the most respected people attached to the school. So tell me about that journey of just seeing where the school started when you first entered those doors to where it is now.
Okay, Kandace, so I started in 1997 as one of the first students coming out of THTI. At that time, it was Trinidad and Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute, TTHTI. I mean, the campus we inherited from the youth camp, so it was not all of a grand infrastructure. We had to contend with a lot of insects, a lot of creatures, a lot of animals, etc. But nevertheless, we persevered, and the tables and chairs, I was telling a student up to yesterday that our desk was like the campground chairs and tables, with the table in the middle and the two chairs at the end.
Picnic tables.
Picnic tables, that's right. So that is what we had to contend with. But we persevered, and incrementally we developed. We were under the guidance of Mrs. Agnes Webb. She's deceased now. She was one of the first CEOs coming out of the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute. So starting off there as a student, with the many challenges that we had, I didn't let that deviate me from what I wanted to be, because I always wanted to be part of the hospitality and tourism, culture. I started off as a culinary student, but because of the lack of equipment at that point in time, I transitioned into hotel operations. And I did 1 year in Trinidad and Tobago, sorry, and I completed my final year in Canada, where I went to school and worked as well in Canada. Coming back from there, I graduated with honors, academic honors in the graduation we had in 1999. And I started to teach in 2000 at the Institute. Coming out of that, I did 6 years at the Institute, and I went to Trinidad to further my studies. I worked at the Trinidad campus and other government agencies as well. And in 2019, I came back to the Tobago Hospitality Institute, and I am here now in this capacity. So it has been a long journey, and the Institute has developed, but we still have some ways to go. There's no perfect institution, but I've seen the development and the changings happening, and I'm happy to see that it's taking place and the students are coming in as should be, because we have our product out there. A lot of people are now recognizing Tobago as the premier institute for hospitality and tourism.
And it's also very interesting right now because we are at a point in time where TTHTI in Trinidad, that was closed down. So now it's THTI right here in Tobago. Tobago is now the home of tourism, culinary, hospitality studies.
Yes, we are at a very interesting juncture, and we are really poised to attract students from Trinidad. We have been, as a matter of fact, we were just looking at the numbers, and we do have the interest. It's showing, the numbers are showing. We actually have an intake of how many Trinidad students this
Actually,
semester?
we have from Trinidad, we have 19 from Trinidad and 1 from St. Lucia.
Wow.
19,
Yes.
yes. And we're hoping to attract more of the regional students to Tobago, because I know for their areas of studies, Trinidad was one of the biggest, the campus for that, because I know there were a lot of international students and regional students there. So coming out of that, we hope to attract those students to Tobago. So we're looking at upping the numbers in the coming future, so that we could have those students coming in to do their studies and attract more of the Trinidad students as well, because we have seen the numbers from Trinidad rising incrementally, and we're happy to see that happening as well.
Certainly. Now we see that throughout the years, THTI has moved from just being a little hotel school kind of thing to being an accredited institute where you could take your studies further in the industry and so on, in academia. But what is now the focus of the school? What is it taking? So we've finished 26 years. What is the future looking like for the school?
As far as we are concerned, THTI, as you said, is the beacon of hospitality and tourism in the country. And we want to position THTI to be just that. We've struggled in the past. The board has realized that differentiating TTHTI and THTI has been an issue. Now we're here, we're saying that we are the only institute in the country that is known for hotel and tourism management, culinary arts, food and beverage. Those are our major areas of study. We do also offer short courses as well, and that has been growing in number in terms of how many persons are interested, because we know self-paced learning. The Institute has been moving towards understanding and relating to what is happening in the market. Self-paced study is really big. COVID taught us that online is something that can work for us, online learning, and we have transitioned quite nicely into that space of hybrid, as well as some courses being self-paced and online. So some of the short courses that we offer include bartending, mixology, event management. It's a whole lot. Introduction to birding, introduction to bookkeeping, a complete guide to payroll. So if you go onto our website, www.thti.edu.tt, you can see a list of our short courses there. We are encouraging persons, students, student-minded persons. You want to learn, you're not ready yet to go into an associate degree program. We are here to guide you into that process. Come join us on campus, join us online, but we're here to really revitalize and reinvigorate this sector. And like I was discussing with Ms. James while we were sitting, it really is an all-encompassing effort. It goes together with the brand development of our tourism product, but it must start very early, and we must, as a board, put things in place to have the THTI name in every household and in every school on the island.
Why is it so important for Tobagonians to be a part of the school and to come forth and take part in the courses, just like the short courses, especially things like the bird watching tours, and I mean the whole list of things, not just cooking, by the way. I know a lot of people think it's just the culinary school, but there's a whole lot more. So, but why should people be involved?
At the center of everything are the people. We can drive, we can sit down from a strategic level and plan, but the persons that come on board really are the lifeline of the school, as you've explained. And we did sit down as a board and even with management, and we came up with a strategy that speaks to, having persons understand the importance of tourism. We are Tobago. This is what we have. We're not looking outside for anything right now. We have these things, and we need to develop it in such a way. So we need to be certified. We need to be able to relate to one another. So customer service is very important. We have our internal clients, which is the faculty and staff at the school. We have our external clients, which are the students, and hospitality begins with us. So we're very, very interested in seeing that, not just saying it, but seeing and feeling it across the island. But we need persons to come on board, and we're saying we are here. Come, pick up the phone, give us a call, ask questions, go onto the websites. We have social media channels right now. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're really trying to move with the time, so we are up to date as far as those things are concerned. Regionally, yesterday I met two students. One was from Barbados, one was from St. Lucia. And I was happy that, we can attract regional students, but we need to do much more. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Pretty soon you should be seeing THTI in the communities. We really want to go out into the community. A lot of time in the last 2 years was spent building our social media presence and our website. But we really want to go out and touch and break bread with persons and understand where they're at and bring them into our doors and really turn Tobago into the greatest little island on the planet.
Now, Ms. James, I mean, you are somebody that's involved in the food and beverage business, and I mean that's part of your field in terms of teaching and so on. You know, where do you think that we need to go as Tobago? How much improvement do we need here in Tobago to get us up to that standard? And I mean, of course, you've got to speak to why people should come and take some of your courses.
Of course, Kandace, because most of the time when you go out here, you hear people talking about the level of service that they are getting. It's so deplorable, etc. And I was talking to Meisha before we came on set that my training is from international training. I rely heavily on it. And I know what the standards are like, and I know what people look for in terms of service. So getting the students to understand the service level that is expected, because we are not just serving Trinidad and Tobagonians. We have a wide range of persons coming into the island, and everybody needs food. They go out to dine, etc. And the service level, it needs to be on point. So having them understand customer service is very, very important. So I try as much as possible to get them to understand. So we go through different aspects of, training, different role plays, etc., reality situations. They will bring their examples, I will bring my examples. And up to last semester, we had the students go out into the industry, actually doing their training instead of in the dining room at THTI. So we had some persons on board with us, some hospitality partners like Comfort and Suites. We had Mount Irving Bay Hotel, Carriwak, Tropicus, Starfish, etc. So the students were scattered out there. So they had their experiences. Based on what they did in theory at the Institute, they were now able to match it up to what is taking place and actually improve on the level of service in some of the organizations. Of course, there will be some pushbacks because, little kids coming in from school, who are you, what do you know, I've been here, the whole 9 yards. But I would like to see us provide that level of service to the community, Trinidad and Tobago as well, to improve the level of service culture on the island, to bring it up to that standard that we so all aspire to. And I hope it is done very soon in the near future.
Certainly. And now, as we're getting ready, we've just got a few minutes left on our program. So we need to talk a little bit about some of the activities that are involved in celebrating 26 years, this milestone of 26 years in Tobago for THTI.
Yes, Kandace. So for the month of September, we just concluded our literacy workshop yesterday, celebrating World Literacy Day. We hosted 3 schools in the area. It was Hope Anglican, Mount St. George Methodist, and as well as a high school, which was Mason Hall Secondary. And our facilitators were excellent. We had Dr. Susan Sandiford from the Literacy Guild. We had guests like the Writers Guild, and it was very interactive. Dr. Bob Ward introduced us to some concepts, and it was a particular experience for us. So we wanted to ensure that we are, again, in touch with the schools in the area, the catchment area, the community. And then we move on to next week in celebrating International Chocolate Day. We welcome anyone that's interested in chocolates. We're going to have some exciting live interactions there up at the campus. For anyone who doesn't know the address of the campus.
And it's going to be homemade chocolate, right?
Yes, definitely
yes,
homemade. Tarantino chocolate from Tobago, one of the best. Yes.
So we've partnered with Tobago Gold and a couple of the sponsors, and that should be an interesting day. Join us there at THTI on September 13th. On the 15th, plans are in place to have our Thanksgiving luncheon and service there again on campus. We really want to invite persons into the space. I mean, we're working on a lot of things infrastructurally to change the look and feel of THTI. One of the things that we spoke about earlier, Dianne mentioned customer service. We have partnered with THTI to deliver a customer service training program over the course of 3 years. And we have gone into places like the Port Authority, Airport Authority, TRHA, TNTech, just literally understanding that we need to be in these spaces to actually change the culture of service on the island. We wouldn't find that it's an overnight process. There are still some things to tweak as we go, we review, and that it's ongoing. But THTI is here to be that person or be that institution to create that space that we can actually see the changes on the island. And we're very, very interested as a board to see us move from one position to the next. And we are happy to be here to tell you all about THTI. This is just September. If you tune into all our social media channels, you'll see much more of us in the upcoming year.
All right, great. So viewers, there you have it. Just all the information that you need. Get involved with the celebrations, and of course, go out and take a course or two, because you never know what you can learn, and you never know how you can develop yourself to being a bigger contribution to Tobago. So thank you both for being on with us this morning.
Thank you very much, Kandace.
All right, viewers, so that's how we're going to have to wrap the show. It was a pleasure being with you. Hope you have a safe and wonderful day. But don't forget, we have brunch coming up at 10 o'clock, so you're going to want to look out for that. So see you again.
Good morning, Tobago. Wake up with Kandace and Denise. Let's go, go. It's a brand new morning. Rise up to a brand new dawning as the passion start to rise.